What's up guys, my name is Jellycut5 and welcome back to yourselves another video of the FC25 Tenerife career mode. Before we do get into this video, if you haven't done so already, please hit that like button, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and don't forget to hit that notification button so you never miss a video. We start off today's episode with the first leg versus Atletico Madrid. I didn't want to spoil it for you in the last episode, so here we are, this is who we're facing and this is going to be a mammoth tie, that is for sure. We know what Atletico are going to bring, we know what to expect, and in fairness we could actually be seeing an all Spanish final also with Real Madrid and Chelsea in the semi-finals. It's a really interesting game, and as you can see from the lineups there briefly, we have played a very strong side. Let's get things kicked off and let's see what we can do against the Spanish giants Atletico Madrid. All of these sort of games, it's very sceptical to really know what to expect in this moment. In fairness, Atletico are a good side, they've beaten us a few times and we've beaten them a few times. When the draw sort of come up at that moment, I really didn't expect to face Atletico of all teams, but just seems to be as we've got nearer to the end of this particular campaign that we face Atletico. It's a sod's law, isn't it? It's really crazy to see, that's for sure. But yeah, as we continue now on to this game, as you can see, Atletico with a chance there, but not exactly really kind of poising much threat towards the goal of ourselves there as we play it short from the goal kick. Spiliers finds Lewis Hall there as he plays it over to James in a decent bit of space. He finds Becker, as you can see, as he looks to play it back to James, and he actually finds Buadidi, who makes a really good run in fairness, cutting inside, finding a teammate potentially. Just can't seem to get that final ball off that would have really meant a lot to that particular bit of play at that moment in time. And that's for sure, because if he were to have got that ball off, that would have been absolutely vital, I'd have thought, at that moment. So yeah, a really kind of edgy sort of start at this moment in time. Not too sure what to expect, as I mentioned. As much as we've played them so many times, it's just one of those where if anyone turns up on the day, obviously it's theirs to take. But at the same time, I just feel like it just could be one of those where it could go really wrong or really well. So hopefully it goes really well, but at the same time, you just don't know what to expect. But an easy save from Malagon there as he looks to collect it nice and easily there as he looks to offload it to a teammate potentially. Options on the left hand side, and he finds Lewis Hall in a decent bit of space. Hall now with an opportunity to play it over to Daniel James there as he turns his man nicely, finding Geraldo Becker. Plays a 1-2 sort of, and he throws it into the gap really nicely in fairness as Daniel James runs into the gap. He's got all the space in the world and all the time in the world, and that's what you do when you've been given those sort of things. It's Tenerife 1, Atletico Madrid 0. We have opened the scoreline, first blood to Tenerife, and the fans go absolutely mental there, as you can see. Lovely run from Daniel James as he runs into the area, finding a decent bit of space and time to be able to get it off on his right foot. Does really well to poke it past Jan Black. He's a superb goalkeeper in this particular game, and for sure he is very much one that is hard to beat at this moment in time, that's for sure. We've faced many of a time where he's made some unbelievable saves and kept his side well in it to be able to go on and go to victory in that particular kind of way. So yeah, it's going to be a very kind of testing tie. Even though we have taken the lead, we know what these players can produce. We know they've got capabilities all over the pitch, but as you can see, we're looking to start off nice and strongly because Alvarez wins the ball back and he finds Daniel James in support. Now over to Geraldo Becker. This would be a sucker blow. Becker now, good block there from the defender as it falls back out there, as you can see, as they look to get rid of players. Scalvini finds Pavlovic there on the left hand side. Louis Openda there picking it up, finding Molina in a decent bit of space. Atletico haven't really posed that much threat to realistically say that they're worthy of a goal at this moment in time. It's still plenty of time and still a chance here, but Soloff just dragging that one wide. He scored against us plenty other times before. Hopefully that won't be the case on this particular time round there. As we play it short from the goal kick, he finds Bisecki, plays it straight over to Mikic, who finds the ball to Amadialo. First touch passing finds Alvarez, he plays it into the gap. Geraldo Becker opens himself up for a lovely chance. Geraldo Becker, oh yes, it's a goal. It is a goal. It's Tenerife 2, Atletico Madrid 0. And the Geraldo Becker has got absolutely lucky with that one, that's for sure. Not really going to be saying that was meant to happen at that moment in time, because it was one of those where it just kind of ricocheted off another player to go into the back of the net. In realistic form, you would say that was just a good save, and it would have probably fumbled out if Becker wasn't in the position that he was, but it's kind of literally just rebounded off him at that moment in time and gone straight into the back of the net. But we'll take those all day of the week, that's for sure, and we are now having a 2-goal advantage in this tie. This puts us in really good stead going into the second leg, but still a lot of football to play, still a lot to happen, I would say, that's for sure, as we get things kicked off there. Atletico Madrid will feel slightly hard done by. They haven't exactly created much offensively, but at the same time, I feel like we've been lucky with the chances that we have got. It just seems to be that we've been taking them on the day. But that's what football's about sometimes. You just got to take your chances, and it doesn't matter about playing the best of football. It's just a matter about getting over the line. But one person that is going to get over the line is Sorloth. As I mentioned, he scored plenty of goals before, and he's scoring goals once again there as Diego Simeone's side gets himself back into proceedings there. After a thumping effort from Sorloth, he was in on goal, and that's a straight repeat there, and only the 1-goal advantage. Tenerife 2, Atletico Madrid 1. Now this game is hotting up, that's for sure, as we reach the 33rd minute then with an opportunity for Atletico to stride forward once again there. Now, as you can see, they're going in numbers, and they're doing really well at it. Sorloth has got 1. Could he get 2? But no. A lovely dispossessing move from Bisek there as he looks to move forward, finding a teammate in Daniel James. James now finding Geraldo Becker in support there, as you can see, as he makes an offloading run. Tries to see if he can get a pass off, but not to be, as he holds onto the ball. But he does really well at that at the same time. If he gets past that last kind of a defender, then I feel like he's through, but not to be on that particular occasion, as we still remain in the defensive sort of option there, as you can see. Atletico piling on the pressure. Atletico have got a point to prove. They've gone 2-0 down, but can they get themselves back into the game? They've definitely got the talents to do so there, as Louis Openda's been fouled at that moment in time. Advantage being played. Openda finds Palovic. Back to Openda. This is a great chance. And what a save that is from Malagon. Coming off his line. Getting rid of that one. And that was the end of the first half. Very action-packed first half, I have to say. A lot happened in that first half. We can't say that was a boring half by any means whatsoever, because a lot happened, that's for sure. Continuing on, as you can see in the second half, Daniel James now. He's got a goal before. Can he get another one here? He cuts inside. He finds Geraldo Becker. Decent space for him to do something as he finds Amid Diallo. And it is a goal. An absolute massive reaction in the second half then. Tenerife 3, Atletico Madrid 1, and it's that man, Amid Diallo. You have to say that's probably one of the best signings that we've made in this whole particular save, bar Carlos Alvarez and ones like that. It has been a really good ride for so far for Amid Diallo. I know his life to a kind of Tenerife life didn't really start exactly that well for the injury that he had, and he wasn't able to get straight into action, but as soon as he has been able to do so, he's caused an absolute impact on that right hand side, and it's really, really nice to see, that's for sure. Hopefully we can kind of remain that sort of form, but you just never know, because as much as we are 3-1 up, Atletico could fight back here, and they've got a chance. It's Louis Openda skipping inside, and that man Sorloth once again. A 2-goal lead became 1, as it's Tenerife 3, Atletico Madrid 2, and that absolute giant in Sorloth has got a monster goals once again. It's very unfortunate, but it's very well deserved at the same time, and unfortunately there's just not much you can do about that at that moment in time, as we get things kicked off for another time. 5 goals in this Champions League game, and bearing in mind it's only the first leg, as Daniel James now cuts inside on the right. He finds Geraldo Becker. He's got a great chance, but an even better save at that moment in time there, as Jan Oblak puts it out of play and gets rid of that bit of moment in time, because 15 minutes left on the clock. It's been a very good game between two sides that have been competing at the highest level possible. Sandro Tonali now looking for an option to see what he could do at this moment. Now, as you can see, Ousmane Dembele, the former Barca man, now playing for Atletico Madrid, finds Palovic there with a decent bit of space. They could make it 3-3, but why they don't take the shot, I'm not too sure, but we do get rid of play there, as you can see, as we look to be able to stem an attack of our own. Biouadidi finding Daniel James. James now striding forward. Straight ball to Geraldo Becker. Could he do something? Could he get the goal? Of course he can. Tenerife 4, Atletico Madrid 2. It's 79 minutes on the clock. Our 2-goal advantage is restored, and it is looking pretty good for ourselves, I have to say. What would we do without him? What would we do without Geraldo Becker, honestly? I know we found Aguilar this season, but I think if we weren't to have had Geraldo Becker throughout the time of being about 3 seasons now, I just don't think we'd be anywhere near the sort of qualities that we've been, because he has scored an unholy amount of goals. It is unbelievable. We're going to make some substitutions now just to freshen up the side. Chris Free coming onto the pitch for Biouadidi. Alvarez coming off the pitch for Stanis and Dumbo. Just trying to freshen up the side, in fairness, and just get a few players on there. As we've got now 10 minutes left to play, Atletico Madrid will still know a goal would be vital. Even if they were to lose this game, a goal would be vital to only have a 1-goal disadvantage. And this is going to be a perfect time there. Lewis Hall looks still with it as it falls to Marcel Ruiz, but the header on finds Sandro Tonali. It's a great chance for Dembele, and that's an even better chance for Magalon there, as he makes a super save and he puts it out for a corner kick. Chance from the corner potentially there, as Tonali whips in the corner as a decent area, to be honest. It's good delivery, doesn't seem to reach anybody though, as Lewis Hall brings it out of danger as he looks to offload it to a teammate potentially, but he is dispossessed there as he finds a teammate nowhere to be seen. Atletico Madrid are really pushing on now, as you can see. They know that that one goal will be vital to put into the next leg and realistically kind of push from there onwards there. And they're really giving it a good go at this moment in time, that's for sure. So they've got a great chance, and it's a great goal. They have got that goal. They were pushing, and unfortunately, when you do that, you normally find yourselves in a good position to score, and it's exactly what's happened. Tenerife 4, Atletico Madrid 3, and once again, the advantage has been 0-1. But we will take the win at this moment in time, but we've still only got 4 minutes left, and anything can happen in this game. You know it's the case, and Atletico Madrid win the ball back straight away. Dembele finding a teammate in Luis Openda there as he spreads it straight to the previous goal scorer, Luis Openda, and that could have been 4-4 there, but it's still into play. Verminen finds Farias, and he just can't seem to be able to convert that moment in time, and we look to now see to hold on to this lead. +2 on the clock. Will we get that last goal that gives us our 2-goal advantage once again? There's been plenty of goals in this game, that's for sure. Could we get another one? Geraldo Becker could be a potential chance here as he does so well, and that is why he is one of the best players in the world in this save. It's Tenerife 5, Atletico Madrid 3. Geraldo Becker with a hat-trick. He makes it look so easy. He is one of the best players I think I've ever used on career mode. The amount of goals this man scores is just unbelievable. As I mentioned, what would we do without Geraldo Becker? I don't think we'd be in this position. I really don't. The amount of times he has carried us in games, the amount of times that he's been able to score goals when needed, and now he has restored a 2-goal advantage, and now going into that second leg, we have got a 2-goal advantage because pretty much that whistle should be blown as soon as that kickoff is made, and it is. It's Tenerife 5, Atletico Madrid 3, and we take on a 2-goal advantage into the second leg of the Champions League semi-final to get us through to the final. 7 attempts, 3 goals for Geraldo Becker. Unbelievable performance from that man. There's just no stopping him, but I feel like it's got to that point now where it's just like a norm for him because it's just so easy. I just find it effortless to be able to use that sort of player. It's really, really good in fairness, and it's been resulted in a man of the match performance also, and it's a very well-deserved man of the match performance because the amount of accolades he's been able to rack up from the performances he's put in is an absolute joke. After Champions League action, we now face Barcelona in the Liga. It doesn't get any easier from this point onwards. This episode is jam-packed with massive teams that we play. Being in the position that we're currently in at this moment in time, we're looking to put the pressure still on Real Madrid. We're in a very good position at this moment in time. There's only about a point in it at this moment. Obviously, they could make the head or tail of that in terms of they could actually kind of leap us, so we could stay in a position where we have got in front of them momentarily, but you just never know. We play very much a weaker side in this game due to fitness reasons after the game against Atletico, so I'm hoping it'll work out for us, but at the same time it's one of those, playing a weaker side can always be a massive gamble, but we look to start the game off strong as Adrian Liso plays it over to the left hand side. He finds Aguilar, and maybe, just maybe, we're going to continue just the way that we left off against Atletico Madrid, because it's Barcelona 0, Tenerife 1. Absolute silence in the Barcelona stadium there as Luis Cruz gets on the score sheet. He hasn't had the most of game time, I'll give him that, but at the same time he is getting the goal as he celebrates in front of the travelling fans on this particular occasion. Lovely cutting inside from Adrian Liso, finds Aguilar, straight ball to Luis Cruz. He takes his touch past his man, he opens his body up, and he beats Alisson Becker with absolute ease. But there's no saying that's it, because the Barcelona have got an unbelievable team themselves. Haven't exactly been competing as much as they would preferably like to do so in the Liga, but at the same time that doesn't stop them from getting a goal on this particular occasion, and they've got a great chance to do so as Benjamin Sesko is denied from Malagon on that particular occasion there, but a great chance from the corner potentially as the ball is whipped into the area. Alphonso Davies is there, decent save from Malagon there, and it's another good opportunity as it's blocked. It's off the line. How close could you get? Counter-attacking option potentially though from the corner as Aguilar now drags it forward to the right hand side. Not many white shirts in support, but he seems to be able to drag it up in a great position there, as you can see. Still holds on to the ball, still fighting for his place in this side as he finds Chris Rigg. Rigg looping it to Ndumbo. That would have been a superb ball if it could reach the feet or the chest of Ndumbo, but not to be on that occasion there as Chris Rigg now picks the ball up. Opportunity potentially, but the shot is blocked and it falls into Alisson Becker's hands there, as you can see. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but this game has been an action-packed game so far. We've only had 12 minutes in this tie so far, but plenty of chances from either end, and a goal to be seen already as Alphonso Davies uses his pace to his advantage, finding Rodriguez in a decent bit of space. Barcelona look to be able to stride forward, but David Rodriguez getting really strong in the challenge and making a very good pass while doing it as he finds Adrian Liso, who nods it onto Ndumbo. As we look to be able to stride forward in a decent position here, Adrian Liso now getting in a great position there to potentially find a teammate. He cuts in on the left, he finds Ndumbo once again as he makes an overlapping run, and Ndumbo runs into the box. He looks to square it, but he takes it upon himself, and that is a great save from Alisson Becker there, keeping his side in it as Santos looks to draw the ball outwards there, finding Araujo back to Casado there. Casado now with Zagaccini, now Benjamin Sesko. Good play from Barcelona so far as they shift the ball very quickly. Onto the left-hand side is Alphonso Davies, but once again, Rodriguez is there to the rescue as he finds Luzmi Cruz, the previous goal scorer in this tie, looking for an opportunity potentially as he cuts in on the right. He does really well. He finds Aguilar, and Aguilar finds the back of the net. It's Barcelona 0, Tenerife 2, and if 20 minutes played so far in this half, we are absolutely smashing proceedings, that's for sure. An unbelievable game this is turning out to be for ourselves. An unbelievable goal for Aguilar also as it finishes into the top corner. Really, really good stuff, that's for sure. And that is a great effort from the striker that we knew absolutely nothing about. I think that's what makes it so good at the same time. We knew nothing about him. We didn't know if he was capable of competing, and he's probably proved to be one of the best signings that we could have possibly made on a free in this particular save. So 22 minutes on the clock. As much as we've got a 2-goal advantage, I am not ruling out Barcelona's chance of getting back into the game. Alphonso Davies there with a chance as he cuts in on the left potentially as he looks to be able to get into the area, and this time he does beat Rodriguez. He finds Benjamin Sesko. Benjamin Sesko turns his man, but he cannot be turning Malagon as it goes out for a corner kick. Rafinha stepping over the corner, and Barcelona do not know what's hit them at this moment in time. Corner whipped in, it's a great corner. Lenglet tries to latch onto it, and he does, but Malagon coming to the rescue at that moment as he throws it out, tries to find a teammate, but not to be as he's dispossessed there. It's a great chance for Barcelona to return something here, as you can see, and they've done exactly that. Barcelona 1, Tenerife 2 there as Zagaccini fires his side back into a particular position where they could potentially kind of poise a sort of certain comeback at this moment in time. Hopefully that's not the case, but at the same time, it's Barcelona. Anything is capable. We all know that. It's really tough to say what will happen at this moment, but I hope we'll be able to maintain a sort of level where we'll be able to kind of stay in the game, but there's still so much time left in the game, and we all know the momentum switches kind of from when it gets to this point, with Zagaccini now back on the ball as he finds Rafinha in a decent bit of space, and he's completely done João Cancelo there. He's sent him packing as he looks for an opportunity, as he puts it into the area. It's Benjamin Sesko, look to turn his man. The footwork is that's absolutely sublime. Zagaccini now, he's scored 1 goal. Could he get a second potentially? He does really well, but not to be there as a shot is blocked, and it will go out for a corner kick. Another chance from the corner, and the corners are racking up for Barcelona as Rafinha looks to whip it into the area. It's a great delivery. Rodriguez nods it on, but unfortunately it only falls to another teammate of Barcelona there, as you can see, and now they've got a great chance into the area. Bodies are everywhere, and the 2-0 lead didn't last whatsoever, and as I mentioned, a 2-0 lead means nothing against Barcelona. Tenerife 2, Barcelona 2. Alphonso Davies fires his side back level there after a poor clearance initially, finds him in a decent position to get another shot off, and this time it has resulted into a goal after nailing it in to the bottom corner. Aguilar now finding a teammate as he goes off the kickoff straight away as he plays it over to Ndumbo, and Ndumbo going on some sort of run here, as you can see, as Adrian Liso picks it up in a decent bit of space. Aguilar not many is pretty much on his own. He's got no support around him, but Liso fancies finding him. He finds Aguilar, he finds Luzmi Cruz, and he might have already got 1 goal in this game, but he fancied 2. A straight response off the kickoff. It's Barcelona 2, Tenerife 3. Luzmi Cruz is absolutely cooking in this game. I didn't expect of all players to be able to perform. I'm not saying that he's not capable of doing so. He's just not normally the person that we're realistically talking about on this side, but he's definitely doing well, that's for sure. Didn't bother to take a touch, and he fires it into the top corner. No stopping that, that's for sure. A great finish, a great goal, and we now are in front for another time in this fixture. I'm really kind of getting to grips of this kind of game now, where it's just going to be goals galore, I feel. But as we look to go on the attack potentially, but straight away we're dispossessed there as Barcelona know they can get themselves back into the game. They had a 2-goal deficit previously. This time it's only a 1 goal at this moment, and Rafinha is looking to change that straight away as he runs into the area. A decent bit of space for Rafinha to run here, as you can see, as he finds his teammate, and that is a super save from Malagon, coming rushing out of his line and doing what he does best and stopping them in his tracks. That is an unbelievable save that I I have to say, from Anagon. As you can see, they got a little bit of a slow-mo for it. Coming off his line, sticking a hand out, putting his body on the line, and doing what he does best. Corner kick to be taken by Zagaccini there as the ball is whipped into the area, but it falls straight into Malagon's hands. No messing about on this particular occasion as we look to offload it straight away, but Barcelona get themselves back in possession here. Benjamin Sesko finds Zagaccini with an opportunity to shoot potentially. He finds Davies, and that is a great chance, once again denied from Malagon. Corner kick to be whipped in, but it looks to be they actually do play it short there as Rodriguez now tries to get the ball off of them, but not to be on that occasion as Alphonso Davies, the previous goal scorer for Barca, looks to be in a great position, and a great position they are in because Barcelona have fired themselves back level. Zagaccini with 2 goals in this tie, and there's no stopping him, it seems to be so far. An unbelievable performance there from Zagaccini, and unfortunately, as I mentioned, anyone that plays for Barcelona is capable of getting goals, and this is exactly what they've proved on this particular occasion. And when into the second half, we now go 6 goals scored in that particular half. An absolute unbelievable half, I have to say. Didn't expect it, but let's see what we can do in the second. Will we capitulate? Will we compete? Barcelona looking to start strong here as he finds Rafinha in a decent bit of space. He's on for a hat-trick. It's Zagaccini. Doesn't seem to get the pass off or the shot as Valentini gets a lovely block in there, finding Chris Rigg in a decent bit of space. Rigg plays it over to Luzmi Cruz straight away there as he cuts in on the left, doing really well this game so far with 2 goals. Could he add to that there as he finds Iqbal? Iqbal now trying to pass it into the gap, but he has kind of misplaced that particular pass, unfortunately. And now Alphonso Davies there on the left-hand side looking for an opportunity to find Rodriguez. Rodriguez now to Zagaccini, but a lovely block from Valentini, but the pass doesn't live up to it, but the tackle does, that's for sure. Winning back possession as Rodriguez now finds Cruz. Cruz to Aguilar. Aguilar hasn't done too much in this game, but could he create something here as he finds Luzbi Cruz on the right-hand side. Cruz now with an opportunity potentially here as he looks to be able to see if he can offload it. He finds Aguilar. Now to Zidane Iqbal. It's Iqbal, and that's a great chance, but not to be on that occasion, and that's a super save putting out for a corner kick. Iqbal will lead the field now. I didn't really feel like there was much impact made by him as Diarra comes on to fill his boots. Hopefully that will freshen up the midfield sorts of things, but at the same time it's very unexpected to see what will happen. You can never predict it, that's for sure. With 65 minutes on the clock, we haven't got that long to play, but still a lot could happen at this moment, that's for sure, as Adrian Liso looks to be able to dispossess Santos, but not to be there, but Cancelo can dispossess Rafinha, and it looked to be a throw-in for Barcelona as they play it quick and a nice, well, they do play it quick, yes, as Santos now on the ball, but a lovely dispossessing move from João Cancelo as he finds Adrian Liso. Liso cuts inside, he dinks the ball onto Aguilar. Aguilar's in space here, Aguilar's got a chance here, Aguilar, he's got a time to turn, Aguilar, he gets his goal. What a performance at that moment in time. He hasn't exactly performed the best. He's got an assist, bearing in mind, but an absolute mega move from Aguilar. It's Barcelona 3, Tenerife 4, and we fire our side back into this tie. What a move that is. Such composure, such precision. Lovely finish on his left foot. Into the corner it went, and we are in front for another time in this fixture. What a big 3 points this will mean to ourselves. Substitutions to be made though as Moreno and Cameron come on for Cruz and Rigg. Looking forward to be able to kind of get a few players out there, but at the same time I need to be smart with the moves we're making, that's for sure. As Ndumbo looks to play it over to the right hand side potentially as he makes a lovely move. 9 minutes left to play in this tie, bearing in mind there's not long left whatsoever, but anything can still happen. Barcelona can still get themselves back into it. Moreno finds Aguilar though as he loops it over to Moreno. Oh, what a save that is from Alisson. That is an unbelievable save, I have to say. I thought Moreno had it in the bag. He doesn't exactly get much game time, but I thought that would have been a lovely way to be able to have it where he scores a goal against such a big side in Barcelona and a massive 3 points in our title charge. But Kouassi absolutely wiping out Rafinha in that moment in time, and the referee can only but offer a red card. Ismail Kouassi has been sent off with 5 minutes left to play. Rafinha was pretty much in on goal at that moment in time, so it's a very much a tactical decision to make, and substitutions to be made there as Aguilar will leave the field for a defender as we place on Vasquez. So we do have a back four, and now a chance from the free kick potentially as Sesko steps over the free kick. The ball is whipped in there. It's a great delivery. Malagon firing it out of the box there as it falls to Ndumbo as he looks to be able to run with the ball there, as you can see. And Ndumbo doing really well to be able to get it up the pitch as Moreno looks to make a run here as he looks to potentially find him as he loops it over to Moreno. It's been a great injection of pace in this particular tie as Moreno knows what to do. He knows what minute it's on, and it's about wasting time. And now Rob Cameron now tries to get the shot off, and he does, but a shot is blocked, and it's 90 minutes on the clock. It's +2 ready there, as you can see. Liso, it's going to step over the corner, but we don't normally do this, but we're playing it short, and we're holding it in the corner. Rob Cameron doing what he needs to do, and that's hold off the Barcelona players there, as you can see, as we play it into the area, trying to get a one potential last shot off there, but the clock is ticking for Barcelona. The clock seems to have run out for themselves. One last attack, not to be. The referee blows a full-time whistle, and it's Tenerife that win. It's Barcelona 3, Tenerife 4, and I cannot tell you how big that 3 points is to our potential title charge for the near to the end of this season. There's not many games left whatsoever. I think there's about 6 games left or something in total. That's not even with the league. I think there's only about 3 games left in the league. I know there's not long left, that's for sure, after this episode. Unbelievable. Really, really unbelievable. Mention about Spilliers. He's not happy about rotation, which is really I don't understand, because his morale's happy. So I don't really get that. Regardless, I'm just not really too interested. And unfortunately, he's actually saying that fortunately, sorry, he's then saying, I'm feeling 100% and you can count on me, which I'm like, yeah, sweet, that's fine. Like, if he's, I don't understand. I think this is a fit EA sort of thing. Like, if they're not fit, I can't play them. It's not like I don't want to play them. It's just that they're not fit, so I can't play them. But yeah, very strange kind of aspect of that. I've really never understood that kind of mechanisms within the game, that's for sure. But second leg of the Champions League semi-final, and now we go back to face Atletico Madrid at the Wanda Metropolitan. It's a massive tie. It's a huge tie. We've got a 2-goal advantage, bearing in mind. It's 5-3 on aggregate at this moment in time. We've got a lot to do still. We still need to maintain some certain level of professionalism, and we've done that by playing the strongest squad that we could possibly do at this moment in time. And as you can see, we have Malagon in goal, Spilliers and Vasquez with Mikic and Hall, Biodini, Ruiz, Alvarez, left-hand side James, right-hand side Amadiano, and up front, the beast, Geraldo, Becker. This game is massive to us. Win this, and we are in the final of the Champions League. I mean, I feel like the draw's been fairly kind to us, in fairness, but at the same time, we still have a big mountain to climb, and it's our first Champions League adventure, and we've been tested already there with Malagon with a top save. But yeah, going back to what I was mentioning, it's our first Champions League adventure at the end of the day. Anything can happen, and I feel like we've been able to cope with it in the best way possible. We've won the Europa League. Can we now win the Champions League and still be able to kind of define all the odds at this moment, as we look to stem an attack there, as Jan Oblak looks to play it out from the back as he finds Molina on the right hand side. Takes a heavy touch though as he gets past Daniel James, finding a teammate in the middle, so it goes back to Molina. Lovely passing so far from Atletico Madrid, and they'll know coming into this game what they're capable of, and they'll know what they need to do, and that's score goals. And they've done it already. 12 minutes into the ties, Atletico Madrid 1 and Tenerife 0. Panic stations potentially. Oh, I don't know. It's a hectic one, that's for sure. But yeah, I'm really kind of curious of at this point in time what will happen, because it's a game of football. Anything can happen. I think that's what makes it so special at the same time. It's a game of football. Anything can happen. And especially at some of this particular competition where the heights are kind of reached the highest it can possibly do. And the stakes are so high at the same time. Anything can possibly happen. And Tonali now finding Sorloff in a decent bit of space. It's Louis Openda. And that is a super save from Malagon there, putting it out for a corner kick there, as you can see. But the pressure is really mounting. We haven't really created anything in this first half whatsoever. It's been really poor for ourselves, in fairness. Hopefully we can kind of get back to ourselves, but at the same time I feel like it's been really difficult for us to do anything there, as we look to have to play it out from the back after a lovely bit of defensive work, but once again dispossessing ourselves. It seems to be that we're just making it really much harder for ourselves than needed to be, but it's difficult, I have to say. Spilliers now looks to be able to see if he can get rid of play, can't seem to do so, and let's go fighting back once again. Tonali back onto a teammate there, he finds Sorloff. Oh no, I thought that was 2-2 then. How close was that? And he scored plenty of goals against us, and he nearly did it just then. The only annoying thing about this is actually doesn't show the leg score, which is really frustrating. But as we continue on though, forget about the leg score. Look what Lewis Hall is doing. He gets into the area. He does so well, and he gets his goal. It's Atletico 1, Tenerife 1. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That is an unbelievable run from Lewis Hall to be able to scoop inside and absolutely just kind of tear apart a team. That is absolutely just unbelievable. Lovely run into the box. He keeps really composed at the same time, which I really like in fairness. Scooping past the defender, sticking it into the top corner as well against Jan Oblak. A tough keeper to beat. He's not exactly known for goals, Lewis Hall, sorry, but he's done very well on that particular occasion. That is for sure. I just can't believe that. That's really good. But yeah, as you can see, now the legs have popped up actually. So it's 4-6 on aggregate at this moment in time. Obviously, there was within a 1-goal reach with getting that early goal in the first half being now. But as you can see, Atletico are still not giving up. They are a really good side to face and they know what they need to do in this moment. And that is exactly get more goals. Tonali now with a chance potentially as he looks to skip past the defenders. He finds Sorloth. He's scored plenty of goals against us, as I mentioned previously. On the left-hand side, though, this particular time. And he's doing very well, in fairness, beating Mikic and getting himself into Inter's area. He does so well that he gets off a perfect shot, but Malagon coming to the rescue on that particular occasion as we look to be able to stem an attack from it. But wow, that was a superb run from Sorloth. I didn't know he had that in the locker. He doesn't look like that's some sort of kind of accurate player to realistically kind of get past players realistically and be kind of agile at the same time. Really lovely stuff there. But James now looking to create something as he looks to find his teammate, and he does. A really lucky bounce. Finds Amad Diallo, and that is a superb chance, but it's wasted, and that's an ample chance to be able to create an even greater advantage, but not to be, as we head into the second half. 53 minutes on the clock in the second half as Atletico look to start the second licence strongly. They had a good chance there, but Spilios with a super interception, finding Marcel Ruiz in the middle. Middle now to be Alvarez as he gets over the halfway line. Sheraldo Becker fancying it onto the right hand side of Diallo as he looks to reach the opponent's box. He gets himself into the area. He squares it to Becker in the box, and that looked to be a nil deflected effort into the box, but it will fall out for a corner kick to Tenerife. Daniel James looking to step over the corner. It's a ball whipped into the area. Spilios does latch onto it, but not to be on that occasion. 20 minutes left in the second half, and it's been fairly tame if you ask me, in fairness, but we look to correct in a chance here in this moment as Alvarez finds Ruiz. Ruiz now looking to find it over to Amad Diallo on the right hand side. Opportunity potentially there as he looks to skip into the area, but pulls himself back into the middle now as Buadidi switching the side to the left hand side. He finds Sheraldo Becker in space, and he's so lucky to even get an attempt at it, but he's completely mishit the ball at that occasion as Jan Oblak does clear. That was a superb chance for Becker to latch onto it, but not to be as we look to retain ourselves in possession. Marcel Ruiz falling it out to the right hand side. Atletico did clear, but we've won the ball back in a dangerous area. Amad Diallo chips the ball over. Ruiz gets a touch to it. He finds Diallo once again there. Allows the outside of the area. It was Buadidi there, and that is a super save from Jan Oblak. Corner kick there for Tenerife. Not long left in this game, and they need 2 goals here. Atletico chance once again from Spilios, but the header not living up to anything there as the ball is played into the middle as Buadidi looks to find Gulamir there, but a play has been misplapped, and now we get back in possession. Buadidi on the left hand side finding Daniel James, ball into the area, and Becker fancied the acrobatic finish with Marcel Ruiz now, and that was a lovely effort from Marcel, falling it out. As you can see, Becker with the original effort with the acrobatics, and not to be on that occasion there, as you can see, as Marcel Ruiz did get the touch onto it. As you can see, 80 minutes on the clock, 10 minutes left to play. Atletico need 2 if they want to get ourselves into extra time. They need 3 to win, but they might get 1 here. Luis Abenda there with a super save from Malagon. 8 minutes left to play, and Atletico do have a corner kick there, as you can see, as they make a substitution for themselves. Corner kick to be taken, then a ball whipped into the area. They will not play the corner short. Ball whipped in there, good delivery, but James is there to win the header, but unfortunately it falls back to an Atletico player. Sheraldo Becker in defensive duties there as he uses his pace, the pace that he's got left, the stamina that he's got left. Alvarez now switching it over to the right hand side there as Amad Diallo pulls back as Alvarez skips inside, and Becker's making the supporting run, but he sees Daniel James on the left hand side, and that's a superb ball there as he picks it out. He runs into the area, hasn't got much energy himself there as he finds Marcel Ruiz there. Shot blocked. It falls back out to defenders there as they clear their lines with Spilios going up for the header, and it's 1. He nods it onto Buadidi. Attack resuming there for Tenerife as the ball is misplaced, and unfortunately Atletico back in possession. 3 minutes left in this tie. It's back and forth at this moment in time, in fairness. Openda now looking to stride forward for Atletico as he looks to skip inside, finding Sorloth. It's a great effort, and it's an even better save. He might have conceded 1 in this tie, but he's not looking to concede another there as a super save was made, and he does collect the ball in the end after a decent bit of defensive efforts from his back line. There's 1 minute left on the clock. As you can see, we're just running down the clock. We've got possession now. We don't need to do anything as Amad Diallo makes a lovely turn to Alvarez on the right hand side. He scoops inside. He knows this is going to be the last player of the game there. Tries to do something, but is dispossessed. It's 1-1 on the night, but at this moment in time we are through to the Champions League final, and we have beaten our Spanish rivals Atletico Madrid, and we will face Real Madrid or Chelsea in the final. Wow, that was a hectic semi-final, I have to say. It was tough in the first leg, I know, but if they got a goal, they could have really made it interesting. But 6-4 in aggregate in the end, a massive win, a vital goal from Lewis Hall. I feel like they would have been kind of even worse, in fairness, if they was kind of going on the edge and we didn't have that 2-goal cushion. If it was only that 1-goal cushion, they could have easily been able to have themselves in a great position. But let's look at the table now. Looking down to the bottom, it's quite clear to see that we know realistically who's going to get relegated, and that first team is Las Palmas. They've had a poor season, but we are having an amazing season. We've played 34, we've won 28, we've drawn 2, and we've lost 4. Currently sitting on 86 points. We are 5 points clear of Real Madrid. They have had a few draws, and that has been able to us climb up the table, and I think they've actually lost one in the running also. I can't believe the switch in everything, because bearing in mind, we literally just lost to Real Madrid not so long ago. So yeah, this is quite interesting, to be honest. I'd actually say they're the better team, but they haven't put a better run together, and that's what we've done. But we are in front somehow. It's only between us and Real Madrid, because you can see Let's Go on 72 points and nowhere near to be seen. So that's what makes it really interesting, that's for sure. But yeah, that is it for this one. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Then you'll catch me on the next episode. It will be the season finale, so that will be tomorrow's episode. So yeah, that will be the season finale. But yeah, looking forward to that one. It's going to be an interesting one. We've got a Champions League final, and we've also got obviously the last games of the Liga to determine if we will come out on top and will be crowned the Liga champions for the first time in our history. But as I mentioned, that is it. Hope you guys have enjoyed this one. Please like and subscribe for more content, and don't forget to hit that notification button so you never miss a video. Cheers.